Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. I'm here on the daily time frame just to remind you of the relevant levels that we're tracking here on the daily chart. Currently the nearest support area that we're currently testing, this area around the August low, is between $150 and $160. We talked about this zone before. Any further downside should send us into the lower support region between $117.41 and $138.26. This is just a simplified overview on the larger time frame. We could easily go down a little bit lower. I actually have very limited, no evidence at all really, that a low has formed. I'm showing that potential that we could have bottomed on the smaller time frame, but honestly, without a break, even above the nearest resistance area, there's absolutely zero evidence for it. Absolutely zero evidence for it. So we would need at the very least a break above initial resistance. I'll share with you on the smaller time frame which resistance area that is, followed by a break above the green line at $189, because that is where also some kind of more, let's say alternative, exotic, interpretations to the downside will become less likely. So if we see, honestly, if we see a 5-wave advance above $189, that would be a really good signal that we are in a larger recovery phase, possibly to $300 plus. So looking at the shorter time frame, we can see that we have reached the first resistance area. This is the resistance area you know already about. I shared it in yesterday's video. It's between $155 and $166. This is the nearest resistance area to watch. And the idea was, look, until we even break above this one, there is no sign at all that we have bottomed. So we need to consider further downside. At least one more low is likely, which could take us towards, as I said, $138 to $117. Right? To keep up a bullish interpretation overall, the price would need to hold above the $117 level, however, because any break below is a bit too deep for even for this B-wave correction, right? For a corrective pullback from the April low rally. But we haven't even broken initial resistance, and so I haven't confirmed the low yet. I said in yesterday's video, it is possible. Of course, anything is possible. But for now, the orange scenario here in which a low is formed, I mean, intentionally I've added the question mark. Just not, there's just nothing there. We have moved up in 3 waves. As you can see, it's a 3-wave move up and we haven't broken above initial resistance. So from that point of view, the pressure remains downward. To keep the idea alive that we, as I said, we could form a bullish reversal, we need to hold above 117, so there's still a lot of room. But to get a first indication that we have bottomed, I need to see a 5-wave move up and a break above resistance. There are 3 key levels to watch. 166, that would be a break above initial resistance, would make an impulsive decline less likely. But if we move up in 3 waves and it's just a 3-wave move, but we break above initial resistance, it could still be a B wave if the yellow count unfolds as a diagonal pattern to the downside. So any 3-wave move is potentially just a corrective bounce and could still lead to another low. And an area from where that failure could happen is this, between $172 to $180. Only if we break above it in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can call this wave 1 of the next larger move up, and then we can add support for the wave 2 pullback. It should then form a higher low and could be a springboard for a rally to new highs. But honestly, there's still so much that can go wrong, and even today we see a bit of downside pressure. This bounce, for me, not yet convincing. I'll keep you updated about any changes. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in additional updates, check out our X channel for additional charts, updates, news, and much more. Sometimes videos come out here a little earlier. Sometimes you get additional video updates, sometimes additional charts. So there's a lot going on there. If you want to stay informed, check it out. I also, cover Solana several times, usually throughout the week here as well. So thanks so much. I'll leave a link in the comment section. Bye-bye.